mic check, fantastic. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the October 10th, another awesome Saturday night live edition of The Ravens Flock.
Once more.
Why are you trying to sound like Vince McMahon and an evil preacher?
Because once more, we stand on the ring, ready to deliver the pain. Oh God, my quads!
We just gotta have a haunted house. Leave us alone.
We experienced some anal eatery over here. It was terrible. It was the worst deal in the history of trade deals. So I am once again asking you to look at the camera and pay attention to us.
How you doing, guys? This is October 10th. Thank you for joining us here. I'm Jose Casanova, your host. Joining me on my left, the man with the laptop, the man who hosts Los Amigos Play, Mr. Angel Mendez.
I have glorious dirt for you.
Yes, indeed, and we're going to spread that dirt in a little bit. But joining me on my right is host of the Black Files, the man who puts in the hours to bring you the best visual content for the Ravens Flock. Which means the only kind of content we ever put out? The best only kind of content we put out.
We are the greatest kind of garbage you will ever see. And that's because of this man.
And we're here week after week after week to put out the best nerd content for all of you. We invite you all, and thank you very much for watching us here on this week's live stream edition of the Ravens Flock. We invite you to please talk to us on the comments. We're live on Twitch and on YouTube. Twitch.tv/RavensFlockOnline and YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock. Please hit the subscribe button. Please follow us. If you're going to chat with us, if you're going to engage with us, we encourage you to do so. If you're watching on a web browser, on a desktop or PC, go ahead and hit the comments over here. If you're watching on your mobile device, go ahead and hit those comments down here. But whatever you do, hit the follow button or the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, which is located down here, right where Angel's bare foot is.
But my foot is not bare, it is covered by a shoe.
Oh yeah? Then explain this.
It is a shoe.
Explain this.
Nice try, but the grip of capitalism is strong within my flesh.
Yeah, joke's on you. This is Goodwill. If nothing else, it's the acid of capitalism. You
It's
know,
still
when capitalism is out of vogue and it decides to recycle and repurpose, resell shit in order to bolster up marketing, branding, instead of coming up with something new and original and bolster that idea in and of itself and introduce that into the capitalist society and market that in order to attempt in order to bring down the giant.
Well, thank you for describing the entire Western animation industry, but I just wanted some truth, man.
Well, hey, now, give a little bit of credit. The Western animation industry isn't all bad.
Yeah, it's only mostly bad now. I challenge anybody to find a name that isn't Gendy Tartakovsky that makes good shit right now.
Well,
Speaking of which, the new season of Primal started. It was very fantastic. Highly recommend it.
It was beautiful. Yay!
That was some good shit, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed. We do have other new shows that we're going to talk about, but first we do have to start with talking about dumb shit. The dumb shit, but this guy is getting his just desserts.
The time has come, and so have we.
Former WWE superstar, former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio is being indicted for his crimes such as kidnapping and aggravated assault, aggravated kidnapping, and aggravated kidnapping.
How do you make aggravated assault? How is it any worse than normal assault?
Okay, you want to know what's up?
Yeah.
Bring your fist over here as if you're about to give me a fist bump. Yep. I just assaulted you. By legal term, if I force myself physically on you without your consent or without your permission, that's assault. That's assault.
Okay.
Aggravated assault would be.
Oh, so it was a kidnapping with an extra dose of violencia.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, shit.
Oh my god. So to the Black Files, we actually detailed this case before Angel's waifu, Rona-chan, came in and started killing everyone.
I am so proud of her.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Look how far she's come.
Yeah, she almost killed you.
She has so many friends.
Yes, when we last discussed this with Black Files, Alberto Del Rio assaulted a woman, and he also threatened to kill her and take her child and leave the child somewhere and just jump it off.
Do we have any idea what caused this bizarre shift in? Actually, no, he kind of played that role already in the ring. But do we have any idea what caused him to act like this in real life?
His shitty behavior cost him his career in the WWE because he's always had this like shitty demeanor, not getting along with anybody. It cost him his career in the WWE, his career in Impact Wrestling. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what cost him from not performing in MMA anymore.
Well, fuck.
And he also has a really bad record of letting his own anger and insanity get the best of him. Like, he dated WWE superstar Paige a couple of years ago. He dated her, and for like the while that they were together, he like gave the most toxic shit because at that point he was already out of the company, and anytime she would try, and she was still working for the WWE at the time, so she would do live streams like, hey, this is Paige, I'm hanging out, I'm having a good time, and he would come in, sideline himself in on her fucking stream. Angel, just imagine the shit. He would slide up on there. You can see he's drunk as shit.
Oh no.
Look at those these fucking pigs, these fucking backstabbers.
He Mel Gibson his way to his career.
Look at it this way. We've all been publicly making statements like pissing on the WWE. It's no secret that we do not approve of how they've been conducting themselves, well, co-opting their talents as Twitch streams and trying to force people to sign agreements even though they're independent contractors, firing people arbitrarily. They're taking their deal with Saudi Arabia. Like, we've been shitting on them like nobody's business, right, man? So obviously, shitting on the company is nobody's business, but what he's doing is he's shitting on the company that he no longer works for on his girlfriend's stream while she was still working for them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's talking at her expense. And there is no, like,
just broke to her cubicle, started pissing all over the place.
The reason is simple. He's a fucking rotten asshole.
Apparently, it turns out it wasn't all just an act for the cameras.
You wanna know what's stupid is that, like, the guy had come into the WWE with this Mexican aristocrat sort of gimmick. He would come in, oh, he's this rich dude with, like, Castellano Spaniard heritage and shit, so he's got giant plantations, giant fields with, like, money and servants, and he's got all this luxurious fucking cars.
I will admit that gimmick is entertaining.
And, like, of course, you know, the rich heel against, like, regular average Joe guys, and he laid it on thick, considering that his younger brother, Ricardo Rodriguez, would come in as his personal ring announcer in Spanish, who would come in properly suited in a tuxedo every time, and they would contrast, the rich guy, poor guy, the dynamic of the two, by having his brother show up in the most beat-up fucking jalopy of a car you could find.
The ones you only see in cartoons.
Yeah, and, like, they would have him in, like, mismatched, shitty-looking wrestling gear that looks like it's been recycled, like, 10,000 times or whatever. So, yeah, like, they played that up hard. They played him, he's a rich dude, and he's got a poor dude as his servant, but he's also his buddy, or whatever.
The Scrooge McDuck angle, but with punching people in the face.
Yes, except, you know, like, bad guy. And the few times they tried to play him up as a good guy, it's more like, oh, hey, you have other bad guys beating up his poor guy buddy, Ricardo Rodriguez. Nobody gets to beat up on him. He's my little amigo. Like, dude, you shit on him all the time. How many times?
Literally that one time.
Like, all of that's a fucking gimmick. All that's a fucking act. Before he wrestled for the WWE, he was a masked luchador. Give us a little bit of his background on that, Jose. I know you have some of it.
All right. The only background that I can give is that yes, he did wrestle in AAA Lucha Libre promotion. He is the son, if I'm not mistaken, of the descendant of Mil Máscaras. So you can see that Mil Máscaras
is about prestige and the glory and all that shit.
There was a legacy behind those
I don't want to put
words.
this guy over because he's a piece of shit, but I do want to read an article that was posted on October 9th from WrestlingInc.com. As reported all the way back in May, around the same time we put out the episode on the Black Files, Del Rio was arrested and subsequently charged with a second-degree sexual assault felony and aggravated kidnapping. Although Thursday's court order lists the primary charge as aggravated kidnapping, it is unclear if the sexual assault charge resulted in an indictment as well. He was indicted on Thursday by a grand jury in San Antonio, Texas, on charges of aggravated kidnapping, and this was a report from PW Insider. The trial date has yet to be set. He's been out on a $50 bond so far, and is slated to be arraigned on Friday, as per court records.
Well, shit.
Jesus.
So not only did he got fired, he got indicted. So doesn't that mean that all his records and achievements have been swiped from history?
Not yet, but if I were the corporate heads of the WWE, I would consider giving him, I hate using the term, the Chris Benoit treatment and wipe his record from.
What was the reason why Chris Benoit got that one? Was that the whole murder-suicide thing?
That was it.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good reason. So essentially, this man runs the risk of getting erased from the very history he once built for himself because he just couldn't hold it in his...
He
Temperament?
He couldn't keep his temper in check. He couldn't control his drinking because a lot of this shit was him being a fucking drunken idiot.
Yeah, so we're gonna compare one to the other. Alberto Del Rio made his choice. He chose to be an asshole. Chris Benoit, on the other hand, they found traces of CTE brain damage in his cerebral cortex from earlier from
that makes sense.
Years of brain damage.
An entire career of shoving your skull on the floor will do that to you.
Years of shots to the head. Think about that.
Okay.
Damn.
You wanna know what's funny? You just pointed something out to me here as the only kind of defense anyone could come up with, it wouldn't work. Like, oh no, he's got post-concussion syndrome too. Alberto Del Rio, he's innocent. He just has anger issues because he's got... No, you know why you can't figure that out, Angel? Do you know why? Because that sort of brain damage, that sort of concussion problems in your head, that shit can't be diagnosed and found out until after you're already dead.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Only after your body's done breaking apart and going, yeah, here's the receipt. So that's when you get to...
That's the only autopsy.
It's like your car breaks and then all the lights turn on.
So no,
all of them.
So yeah, no, I gotta say this. He may not have committed murder, but this motherfucker dug his own grave.
Crime is crime.
He made his bed. He's gotta lay in it. And if I were every other wrestling promotion, I would strike his name from the record. Strike his name.
He's a grown-ass man and he's responsible for his own decisions. Unless
Are you wearing my shirt, by the way? No, wearing my shirt.
I'm wearing my comfy shirt.
I was trying to find my shirt.
And it's so disappointing because, as we pointed out earlier, he was a former WWE champion.
Yeah, no, but the problem was that they pushed him really, really hard, really, really fast.
They pushed him to the moon in 2011.
Unfortunately, they pushed him right into alcoholism too.
No, he pushed himself in alcoholism.
Like, oh no, I'm so stressed. Stressed with what? You're doing exactly what you want to do. You're getting paid shitloads of money.
Antonio Stark.
Antonio
Stark.
Let's not insult Tony Stark.
Drinking forever.
He's better than Alberto. Come on.
Well, yes, he actually got out of that shit and cleaned up his act.
Exactly.
Unlike Alberto, who kind of turned around and did the exact opposite. And wow, I can't believe that shit spiraled from drunken problem, kidnapping, violence, child murder threat. I'm like, wow, buddy.
You're shooting, all we need is an actual corpse and we got the bingo here.
You went through that. This man catapulted to the mental gymnastics to reach that option. See, this is the problem that I don't understand because I'm not a violent drunk. The few times I get tipsy, everything is just funny to me. So I cannot understand how you drink enough to go from I am angry to murder time.
I have no idea.
I cannot understand.
Some folks are wired differently. Some people are happy drunks, some are depressed drunks, some are angry drunks, and this guy is clearly an angry drunk.
I don't want to be drunk anymore. I just want to be happy.
And honestly, I feel no remorse. None of us feel any remorse for what Alberto Del Rio did. He made the decision on his own. He's going to have to live with it. And while we're glad to see that he's getting his just desserts,
there's another wrestler who's in the middle of some shitty problems along with him.
Now this one is a little bit more complicated, but go on.
Yeah, no, apparently, if you may remember, we, as reported on the Wednesday Night War, ages ago, we had discussed allegations made against Matt Riddle, the Bronheimer, the Bromaster, the dude who's King of Bros, New York. Yeah, we wanted to give a little bit more, we wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, but apparently there was an allegation that he had sexually assaulted someone who couldn't provide any evidence. He provided his own receipts and his own texts about the situation, showing that he wasn't doing the shit that he was being accused of. So
and he also has already hired an attorney to defend him, and he already spoke with his wife about this, and they've already had the discussion. They're okay.
So it looked like it was an open and shut case. Like, okay, there's an accusation. Maybe it's not going through. It looks like it's going to go on. Let's move it along.
And more importantly, I'll get to that. But more importantly, he did inform WWE ahead of time.
That is his smart thinking. But wait.
But then this happened. The accuser, Candy Cartwright, sues Matt Riddle, WWE, and Evolve Wrestling, and its former owner for $10 million each.
Holy
$10 million each, as in $10 million? You mean $10 million from WWE, $10 million from Evolve Wrestling, $10 million from Matt Riddle,
and $10 million from Evolve Wrestling's promoter, Gabe Sapolsky.
Fun fact, Gabe Sapolsky, if I'm not mistaken, he was a protege of Paul Heyman, the man who set up Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW.
Yeah, so
he was like a dude who worked under him, He also worked in Ohio Valley Wrestling, and now he also did Ring of Honor. Yep. And then now he's working at Evolve Wrestling. So this guy's a wrestling managing business dude. He's been around.
So this fellow is being accused of doing the dirty business, but he showed receipts proving that he did not in fact do the dirty business. But the accuser is still trying to go forward with a 30 million.
Let me read through this article from
He's feeling kind of sus.
Alright, gentlemen, let me go ahead and go through this article from Sportskeeda. This was posted on, what do you know, October 9th. So yesterday, from our time, earlier this year, Matt Riddle was one of the many professional wrestlers named during the Speaking Out movement, the movement where lots of female independent wrestlers were speaking out against male wrestlers who were, linked to sexual harassment and abuse.
Of course.
So, during that time, the King of Bros finished up a short rivalry with Timothy Thatcher and moved over to SmackDown, so he's performing on Friday nights on Fox. Riddle wasn't the only WWE superstar to face allegations during the summer. Some that weren't let go were put on suspension or taken off TV for some time. However, Riddle remained front and center, debuting on SmackDown to take on the IC champion. And here we go. While WWE stood by Riddle, who denied these claims, it seems that the case is not over. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful revealed that Samantha Tavell, better known as Candy Cartwright, is suing Riddle, WWE, Evolve, and Gabe Sapolsky. Tavell was one who accused Riddle earlier this summer and is now looking for $10 million per defendant. Tavell claimed that Riddle began sexually assaulting her in April 2017 in a parking lot after an Evolve event.
Holy shit.
She further stated that Riddle bragged about what happened to Sapolsky, and due to lack of action from WWE, the company indirectly approved of Riddle's alleged crimes against her. Now,
if I'm understanding correctly, this is a civil lawsuit now, right? It's not a criminal suit?
Now it's a civil suit.
Meaning that there was no proof of the act taking place, so now they're trying to base it all on accusation. Well, let me go on. This sounds familiar, something that you happen to enjoy as an angel?
Well, hang on, let me continue. We'll get to it. The lawsuit further alleges that around May 19th of 2018, Matt Riddle forced her to perform oral sex by choking her. She claims that she initially refused.
Sorry that we needed to put trigger warning here. We're talking about sexual assault. Trigger warning. Obviously, this is bad shit. Trigger warning there. Continue.
Hey guys, do you know that sexual harassment and assault are bad things?
Hang on, he said yes.
Deal with it.
Alright. She claims that she initially refused, but Riddle grabbed her by the throat saying, "What if I made you?" She also claimed that this was done in front of other members of Evolve on a bus leaving Summit, Illinois, the site of Evolve 104.
Damn, this shit's getting wild.
The lawsuit claimed that Tavell had bookings with WWE and Evolve on a near January 31st of 2020, and before that, she was forced to perform sexual acts on Matt Riddle or else lose her bookings. She claimed that once she refused to continue, Riddle informed both WWE and Evolve that he didn't want her to work with either company, citing talent issues.
Here comes her saying all that. Now, it's no secret that back in the day, up to now, there was shit going on with professional wrestlers, both men and women, sexually harassing and sexually assaulting other talent. There was a whole accusation from the fabulous Moolah, the legendary female wrestler, who was the longest running women's champion of all time, running her trainees and having them have sex with promoters in order to get them bookings or whatever.
So it was a sex market, basically.
Kind of, yeah. There's accusations of that shit. All the way up to today where, I kid you not, you have Joey Ryan, who actually has had proper accusations leveled against him, to the point where he's not being booked anymore.
Damn.
Where he's losing, people on Patreon and Cameo and shit. And the problem is that with his whole gimmick of him being this lewd, sort of, perverted asshole character, it's not that much of a leap of logic to see,
that he went right into his real life, because we've seen it happen already.
Let me put it this way, one of the moves that he would do when he's got you, choked down and pinned down or whatever, he would reach into his trunks, which looks like a Miami Speedo or whatever, and he's got a body hair for days on his chest. He would reach into his trunks, pull out a lollipop, and stick it in your mouth.
Hell nah.
Garbage bullshit.
Bro, that sounds like something out of a Jackass movie.
Yeah.
No, this is looking kind of sus now.
I'll show you other shit
No, please don't show me. Don't ever show me again.
No, the dick suplex. Well, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Only one question. Why?
Alright, but because entertainment, like, but the problem is that with him, it's not that hard to make a leap of logic on it. And there was other evidence showing that this guy was being an inappropriate asshole, not only to women, but underage women too. So
of course. Why stop there? Just fucking go into that.
Now, yeah, back to Matt Riddle. Though. This one's murkier. This one's a little grayer. We can't tell with enough evidence.
There's dirt in the water, but who is?
has already released a statement on that, and I quote: "WWE has not been served with a lawsuit by Mr. Bell. However, if served, we will vigorously defend ourselves and contest it." Yeah, it's a well-known fact that WWE has been taken to court for many different cases, and if you want to compare ratios to the cases that they've won, it's almost all of them.
It's not wrong that WWE has a really hard as fuck legal team.
Yeah, they certainly do.
They're a multi-million-dollar publicly traded company.
Which means that the very moment that they actually find even the slightest scrap of evidence, they are gonna put that shit to light. And whoever is found guilty on this will most likely experience the same fate Antonio does. Barred and eliminated. Because Alberto, right, because let's be honest, the WWE, you said it yourself, all the shit they do, their legal team is fucking airtight. And they're not going to actually suffer to the idea of having somebody who could be a potential sex offender hanging around, because that is bad for the ratings. And if it's bad for the ratings, we ain't getting paid.
Exactly.
So, something tells me that you are correct. The water is murky, but if the team does their job, we'll be able to find out if this is merely heresy, or if it is hearsay, or if it is, unfortunately, just as real as the rumor appears to be.
Yeah, so...
I'm hoping I'm wrong, but, well, you said it yourself. There is a little too... The smoke is looking kind of thick on this one, you know?
Yeah, this one is a little...
Smells like burned condoms and shit.
On the one hand, like you mentioned earlier, he had other receipts from earlier this year showing that he didn't do it, but on the other hand...
He has a history.
She showed more receipts on top, so it's like...
Get the manager, I gotta see which receipts are fake.
Yeah.
Somebody's not getting a refund here.
So we're gonna have to keep our eyes on that one, and the Ravens Flock will be providing you our own updates as this news becomes available, as the situation develops.
Well, remember, folks, this type of sexual harassment and abuse does not discriminate, and it's not and is not exclusive just to professional wrestlers. This can happen with anyone on any level.
People with enough power, no matter what the gender, are unfortunately very prone to abuse it in all sorts of sickening ways.
It's true.
Let us not forget that. Ironically enough, all are supposed to be equal under the eyes of the law. Turns out everybody's equal under the eye of crime too. Who knew?
Yeah, who'd have fucking thought? And when it comes to this shit, it's really, really odd that it comes from all these sorts of different entertainment groups. And it's, of course, it's no secret that another entertainment group is going under fire with weird sexual allegations against some of their own employees, being Rooster Teeth.
Again!
Like Rooster Teeth still, or Rooster Teeth again, is it? Oh god.
So...
Alright, this part you're gonna have to help me out, gentlemen.
Well, I've been digging, I got all the information right here. I'm gonna try to abbreviate this as much as possible, but I won't lie, this is gonna be a bit of a time consumer. Please bear with me. So,
Alright, we won't bear with you.
let us take a flashback to 2019. Monty's dead. The quality of the shows has gone a bit downhill. Red vs. Blue is nowhere to be seen, and Big Mick Miona has been let go of the studio over allegations that, to this day, still have no solid proof. Still waiting for that proof, guys! But that's not for now.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about someone else. See, moments after this happened, Rooster Teeth executive was charged with a brutal domestic violence incident. Michael Quinn, the vice president of product engineering at RoosterTeeth, was facing felony domestic violence charges after his wife told the police he brutally beat and strangled her earlier this month.
What the fuck? Wait, this month?
No, this was in 2019. I'm in flashback. I'm going to...
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, timeline.
Anyway, so apparently there was, this is just a description of all what happened. There was a threat of burying her body in the backyard, and she claimed that she was going to die. The Safe Alliance CEO Kelly White says that the victim in this case did the right thing by calling the 911. After all, she was being threatened. Yeah, basically, this guy was removed from the company, and he's now on bond. The court issued an emergency protective order against him. So, this is where shit began to get real. Rooster Teeth began to have a more close look at scrutinizing what went down with his employees, and then came the merger with Warner Media, which, by the way, is threatening to fire several thousand of their employees, which means that Rooster Teeth might lose even more people now, whether they like it or not.
You said Warner Media?
Yeah.
Holy crap! That also means that TBS and TNT could be affected.
And now comes the real bullshit. An affiliate of Rooster Teeth was known as Funhouse. They were known as the show Achievement Hunter, which I am a big fan of. And the Funhouse Let's Plays have been genuinely some of the funniest things I've seen on the internet. They've been good times. Anyway, it's time for the good times to fucking end right now. Shit's gonna go back.
Go on. Fun's not allowed.
Ryan and Adam, both members of the Funhouse, have been both let go. Well, they removed themselves from the show, and they come under some serious fire because they both had sexual pictures and videos of themselves leaked onto the internet, accompanied by accusations that both men send those pics to fans, done without their wives' knowledge, which is cheating, and to minors. By the way, the minors are not innocent. It is apparently real here that the minors were lying about their age. What is that called? Catfishing? So we got catfishing on one side and we got cheating on the other. Everybody's an asshole on this one.
They're all being assholes.
First off, I noticed that that happens a lot. We actually addressed this a few years ago in cons. Many fans that essentially catfish themselves to pretend to be older than they are to get benefits earlier, or to essentially get laid with somebody they really fucking should. Guys, please don't. This is a little beyond a teenager lying about his age to get a shot of alcohol. This is, you're going to put somebody in jail and ruin their life forever. But then again, these people were married, so they shouldn't have been doing this in the first place.
Right.
Now, several of Adam's pictures were taken in the Funhouse office, and that counts as workplace picture taking, and that is grounds for dismissal, even if the allegations turn out to be false. By the way, I'm reading through the timeline how this shit is going. A user on the LPHG forum posted a bunch of nudes of Adam and underwear pictures of Ryan, which they claim were obtained through catfishing them, posing as an adult female Insta model. Claimed to have been more of Adam, but not to have received outright nudes from Ryan. A 4GB torrent full of nudes and videos was later discovered and linked to a different user in the thread after the OP was banned. OP was an adult, claimed to never be a minor, and never accompanied the pictures with accusations. They simply revealed the information. A bit later, the leaks reached WikiFarms. Still no mention of minors. Kiwi Farms. The leaks then reached 4chan, because 4chan is the best at this shit. This time, all the accusations about making an appearance, and there's a lot more pictures of Ryan, very unclear where this came from or who they were sent to. Still, no evidence of minors involved aside from the ones that I mentioned. Just vague references to victims' existence. Keeps on going. Illegal accusations of illegal behavior have originated in the politics board of 4chan. A beautiful cesspool, never go there. Let's see, apparently this has been motivated by the fact that essentially they were about to get away with this. People were dismissing the pictures of heresy and 4chan just went, no. And they started digging and digging and digging and digging. As of 10/10, so far there appears to be no actual evidence of grooming by Adam Scher, and the accusations regarding him and the minors seem to have been originated on and being limited to 4chan. So you can take those with a healthy dose of salt. 50-50.
He's not the only one who's got some problems on his ass. Wasn't Ray Harwood as well?
No, Ryan is on that one. Right now it appears as though Adam has been unfairly lumped with more credible accusations against Ryan purely due to the pictures being released at the same time. So as of now, Ryan and Adam have both left Rooster Teeth, both published a brief apology and went dark on social media. The staff has, of course, jumped on the goat and reacted with shock and disgust, and multiple alleged victims of Ryan, he appears to be the one with the big shit going on, have come out.
Yep, I have a copy of the apology to state.
It's on YouTube, you can literally find it right there.
Alright, well, I'm gonna waste my time on that, but go on.
Well, like, the thing with Ryan Harwood was apparently, not only was he fucking cheating on his wife, but apparently, like, one YouTuber who was a sibling to the Raven Squad was a friend of ours, Creep Show Art. She described the way that he was working over fans and other people who were friends of Rooster Teeth as treating it as his own personal Ashley Madison website.
Yeah, no surprises there.
Actively going out of his way to find other chicks to scam on behind his wife's back.
Well, so we already have quotations showing that this man may have in fact been a scumbag all along.
Well, I'm definitely not going to go online and look up his apology because he's a cheating fucking idiot.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
As of recently, this is an update that happened like in June. Someone, no names, we're gonna protect privacy, has come forward claiming to have exchanged nudes with Ryan over social media.
Santa Claus.
Beginning when Santa Claus was 17 years old, apparently.
Santa Claus is a shapeshifter.
Though she admits that she told him she was 18, so she was catfishing him with this one. Supposedly, they met in PAX, had a virtual relationship for 2 years, and made plans to meet up and have sex in Austin, but they fell through. This is what they're claiming, so grain of salt. She also suggests other community members can check up her story and has posted a video on Snapchat screenshots between her and him on Twitter. This analysis is here. I'm not going to click into that, thank you. I'm not touching that. More updates. Ryan made a statement announcing he was leaving RT. Another one. Another vague tweet came from former member called Lawrence Sontag, and two more directed at him, a right saying, "Fuck Adam Kovic." Coming from an FH collaborator, Rahul Kohli, have led to speculation about behind-the-scenes beef between them, which may have led to this information leaking to begin with. The shows are taking a break until the last October the 14th and will not be doing live streams for a chance. Rooster Teeth has made an official statement announcing the removal of the employment. Oh, I gotta read this statement. This is gonna be beautiful.
Go on. Oh,
this is what it looks like. This is what Rooster Teeth typed.
Oh boy. Bear with us.
Prepare for some big bullshit.
Alright, here we go. Where is its statement?
Our code of conduct is meant for everyone in our community to follow, and that includes our staff and anyone who works as partners for Rooster Teeth. We have parted ways with two employees whose conduct did not reflect the values that we strive to uphold in our code of conduct. We are adjusting our programming accordingly to move forward, and we thank everyone for their support and patience during these challenging times.
For the record, we know for a fact that there's this psychotic, weird, inquisitorial squad happening at Warner Media right now that they're trying to go in and try to sweep up all the non-PC, all the harmful and problematic content on subsidiaries like Rooster Teeth, and we know that other YouTube channels such as Longfish TV have rightfully said, like, okay, if you're just gonna like try to whitewash the history of Rooster Teeth and try to whitewash their content and try to homogenize it into this non-offensive, conforming, vanilla bland bullshit, then you might as well be posting a 24-hour live stream of eggshell-colored white walls, paint drying, because that's about as much entertainment as you're gonna get. So obviously, like, that's sort of like witch hunt for, oh, you're not being woke enough, you're not being sensitive enough. Like, okay, we get that that's bullshit, and we get that that's a fucking problem. However, we got shit like this going on. Shit like this at Rooster Teeth going on, where they've got motherfuckers misbehaving like this, to the point where it's damaging the credibility of their brand.
Even more than it already was.
Thank you for that. Okay. Like, somehow, I kind of, like, on one hand, like, maybe it's not such a terrible fuck-up idea that they have this brand, this mentally deficient inquisitorial squad happening here, because otherwise, you know, shit like this wouldn't be coming up.
But here's where it gets good. In 2019, after the aforementioned abuse case that resulted in the firing of one of the directors, this was the thing that happened. This resulted in a few videos by Hiro Hiei, another YouTuber that I like to watch because he reports on this kind of thing, and he has been fairly accurate so far. Apparently, he got into beef with one of the Rooster Teeth voice actors. I think he may have been the new actor for Oscar and Ospin, who was defending the guy. And a bunch of people attacked him because a bunch of people attacked Hiro Hiei because he was being attacked by the voice actor who was defending a dude who was removed because it was apparently a domestic abuser. Now, I'm getting to the end here.
Yeah, go on ahead.
These are the last three updates so far that we know. Jeremy has made a statement on stream saying that we will never know the full story and the extent of what has happened, but he trusts that Rooster Teeth actions have been fully justified. By the way, remember, this information was not discovered by Rooster Teeth. This was found because somebody just leaked the information and it reached Kiwi Farms. If this was not leaked, nobody would have known.
Right.
So whoever did that, nice job, buddy. You released some interesting information. Now, there has been several alleged victim testimonies. The most recent one is update number 10. She appears to have been of legal age at the time. No evidence was provided, so once more, grain of salt. Although it's been confirmed that they made a sign the news of the event in 2015, and it has been shown that the video that one of them showed having sex with their wife appears to have been taken without her knowledge and authorization. So that's another fucking dig like McMartin.
Hulk Hogan sex tape situation.
Yep. Now,
That's what we need, brother.
and now this is not a new development, but this is something that hits a little harder in hindsight. The girl in the update previously claimed that she had sex with Ryan at a hotel in LA when he was there for the Let's Play family reunion, 23rd September 2017. Ryan has a video giving a very elaborate explanation for why he missed his flight back to LA after the reunion. And then, And there was another video of the gang commenting how strange it is that Ryan stayed behind in the hotel for an extra day after all the convention, rather than simply going back to his family like everything else. So there we have it. The company that let go of big over-accusations with no proof now has several people that have to be let go over accusations with actual solid proof.
Alright, time for me to put my 2 cents. Alright, let's try and put a pin on it for now. I'll try to put a pin on it, but let me go ahead and say this. I don't want Rooster Teeth to die, because I actually do enjoy watching their shows. I enjoy watching Ruby, and I want to continue watching Ruby in spite of all the shit that happened. But there seriously needs to be an internal shakeup or an internal overhaul of the people in there.
Are you aware of the term apoptosis, Jose?
What is apoptosis?
I thought it was pronounced apotheosis.
For those who don't know, no, there's 2 words. There's apoptosis. Apotheosis is a different thing.
What is
apoptosis? Means the cell in an organ self-destructing.
Oh, it's cancer.
That's what's happening at Rooster Teeth right now. You got some serious apoptosis going on.
So,
you got some serious hand-hero going on. It's eating itself apart from the inside. You got one side of Rooster Teeth that is all over itself, is getting woke and trying to stay circling on top of shit. And you have another side of Rooster Teeth that can't keep their own dick in their pants.
And their code of conduct statement that they put out, I'm sorry, they need to practice what they preach. I can wipe my ass with that statement.
Don't forget, this was revealed a few days after Rooster Teeth not so subtly began to delete content from Funhouse. Anything that was a little too edgy goes line off, because now that we're working with Warner Media, we have to provide a more family-friendly atmosphere. Oops!
Oh, they're trying to put out the bushfires. They're trying to do their own damage control.
Yeah, no, and this was before the accusations, before anything came out. The moment they came out with Warner Media, apparently this has been going on for a while. They have been quietly deleting some of their more offensive sounding videos. Anything that pushes the envelope too much, gone.
I said that. I said as much. That's why I had that's the inquisition that I was referring to.
Yeah. And apparently there has been also accusations that Ryan has been jerking off all over the office. So there's that too.
Yeah.
So let's be honest, even if there is blame on one side because those underage girls were essentially catfishing grown men, which is a really bad thing to do, the other side was grown-ass married men who really should know better than to let the fame get to... Oh, of course, that's right. Sorry, it's easy to forget, but this is what happens when you take a bunch of nerds and give them more power and fame that they know what to do with. You know what they say, any man can withstand adversity. If you want to see a man's true character, give him power.
As successful as Rooster Teeth has been over the years, this is going to cast a huge shadow over everything they've done.
There's also the fact that their current projects are not doing very good. The only reason why Genlock is getting a 2nd season is because it got funded before all this shit started. Transformers Netflix has been basically a desperate attempt to stay alive, and for what I heard about the new Red vs. Blue, it ain't looking good, Chief.
Well, you know what is looking good?
What?
Other shows that are not with Rooster Teeth.
No!
Yes! As a matter of fact, we have some brand new series that are going to be premiering soon.
Some good news for once, thank you.
On Amazon Prime, they're premiering on Nickelodeon, we're getting new shit.
Hey, what's some aerosols to spray with all the shit you just
Give me a powder
some
cleanser.
returning shit.
Live?
Okay, one little thing that I'm going to sort of touch on, you can share it for what it's worth. Beginning January, New Year's Day, we're getting a brand new episode for the brand new season of Doctor Who.
Well then.
Yeah,
The 14th? No, wait. Oh,
So 13th, not the 13th.
okay, cool.
So, there was a sneak peek that was given earlier this week. I think New York Comic Con virtual was happening, so that's where BBC showed it.
Cool.
It's very simple. 4 words. Revolution of the Daleks.
Oh, this should be interesting.
You know for a fact, shit goes down hard and shit goes down for real when the Doctor has to deal with the Daleks in any way, shape, or form.
We have a ball, we have legs now!
How do they know? What the June do, if you remember those alien bounty hunters guys who look like giant rhinos?
Oh yeah.
They're mixed up in this shit
Those
as
guys
well.
are cool.
But the 13th Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, she's not alone. She's got her team going along with her, and a fan favorite is coming back, and he's finally getting to see the Doctor face to face after mistaking Graham for the new regeneration of the Doctor.
Who might he be?
None other than everyone's favorite super pansexual space cop time cop debonair, ne'er-do-well, lol scamp, Captain Jack motherfucking Harkness.
They're gonna fuck, aren't they?
I wish.
Dude, it's gonna happen.
You know what?
All the fanfiction is coming through, but now it's actually heterosexual fanfiction. So screw you, fangirls, you lose anyway.
I know what it is. It's like the guy's like super mega sexual. He says hi and flirts with anything with legs, and even something.
He has a mind of his own. What can I say?
Lando Calrissian would get along.
Yes, they would.
No, they would. They would be competing non-stop.
Yes, they would. Oh God, it's how
The dick swinging would turn into a sword fight.
Self-fighting friendship is competition.
I bet you I can make it orgasm more times. Not if I can.
do it, babe.
Is that a challenge, my man? That's a challenge.
Yes, it is. What are we putting on it? Well, I can give you my vortex manipulator that'll let me travel through time and space on my own.
I'll wager my Millennium Falcon.
Oh shit, you're on.
And then the entire franchise ceased to exist.
Dude, it'd be so beautiful, it'd be so fun. But you know what? Like, it was sort of teased that the Doctor and Captain Jack would reunite on that one episode where he mistook him for the other companion on there. Because, like, he went up to the dude and flat on, like smooched him, like, oh my god, you look great. I like the gray in the temples here. It's sort of distinguished, but still sexy. I'm sorry, what? Oh no, the regeneration. Oh, you're still fresh on it. It's okay. How you been, Doctor? What?
Nani?
But you know what? Like I said, the Jadoon, the Daleks, there's craziness, there's chaos. The Doctor's companions, they're off on their own and they're trying to find a way to help her. It's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be great. And you know what? I'm hyped for it.
Like, you can say whatever you want about the crappy writing or it's too woke or the plot twist of the Doctor's.
Maybe this clock will be right twice a day. Maybe we'll get something good out of it.
We maybe get something good out of it. Like, John Barrowman's an excellent actor.
Yes.
Jodie Whittaker, she's an excellent actress. She just hasn't been
We
given,
just
like,
need a good script. Juan, why aren't you writing for these people already?
because I'm not British.
Fucking
I
Brits.
forgot.
Because the BBC
If they won't let the son of Stephen King write for them, they certainly won't let some
Let's be
Google
honest.
from Florida.
No matter how bad or how good the writing gets, the British government will keep that series going until their fucking country collapses.
You're not wrong.
They are, dude. That Doctor Who has become a national icon bigger than their own national heroes. Do you know anybody else from the Brits except Doctor Who?
The royal family.
Exactly. Memes. That's the only thing that keeps them in power, bro.
And while there's returning new seasons that are coming from the great lands of BBC, we also have new shows coming over here in the western side of the world.
Jose, why don't you go ahead and fill this in on the Amazon Prime animated series that's going to be coming out soon?
Oh,
yes.
boy.
Something that's giving you some joy and some hope for Western animation.
I read the comic. I am looking very much forward to the animated series.
Yes, indeed. All right. So, in 2021, Amazon is going to be releasing an animated series based on the comic called Invincible.
Oh.
And, Angel, I'm glad you did a little bit of homework on this. Can you fill us in for those who are not familiar with Invincible?
Well, this appears to be a basic coming-of-age story. The young man, the main character named Mark, is apparently he's half alien, and because of his alien heritage, he gets the basic superpower set. You know, he can jump good, he can run fast, he's super strong, super stuff. So here's the deal, though: his father is the alien, and his mom is the human, and his father is trying to raise him into being a good superhero. He's basically teaching him the ropes, unlike Superman, who had to teach everything on his own. And at first, it seems like a story of teaching a young man to be a good hero in a world filled with heroes and villains. But as the story goes on, it gets increasingly darker as he discovers the true nature of his father's species, his purpose on Earth, and what that means to the man that he once called Dad. What follows is a fuck ton of violence, and I mean people getting literally ripped in half violence. It is fucking awesome!
You mean Grant Morrison and Alan Moore style of violence?
Yes.
Yay!
This begins light, and then halfway through they start sipping the ink, and it starts getting darker and darker, and by the end, it gets this bizarre shade of grey. But I don't want to say too much because I'm going to spoil it, but I highly
the
recommend
rest of the details here. The teaser video is already available on all social media sites, including YouTube. It gives fans a taste of the full-blown fantasy and the hard R to take on violence.
Racism.
The show is produced by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who are currently producing The Boys on Amazon.
That's good.
So,
That's
you
very
know,
good.
it's actually gotten the nice little hints of, like, okay, it's mature, but it's not like
It's not grim dark.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please don't make grim dark.
The voice cast that they have for Invincible is stacked. They've got Steven Yeun as Mark.
Hey!
Nice.
J.K. Simmons as Omni-Man.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Guys, you don't understand. Omni-Man looks like a really buff... He looks like, just in the movies, but he has a flat top with a stash and just muscles. It's dude, this is the best possible choice they could have made.
This is like typecasting almost.
And they also got Zazie Beetz.
Oh, Zazie Beetz.
Walton Goggins, Chris
Chris Benoit.
Diamantopoulos, Chris Diamantopoulos, Gillian Jacobs, Jason Mantzoukas, and Mark Hamill rounding out the cast.
Okay, now I need to remember who is he gonna voice, because I can think of at least 4 characters he could voice, and they are all amazing.
I'm actually salivating.
Also,
I'm actually salivating here.
And a legendary actor who is part of Star Trek The Next Generation, one would know this, Michael Dorn, Lieutenant Commander Worf, will also play fan-favorite character Battle Beast.
Of course he will. He will bring horror.
Bro, you do not realize.
Yes,
Okay, let me give you a hint. Battle Beast is a giant humanoid lion with an axe the size of a car.
So yes, he would be
The only reason why he's working with the good guys is because he's simply looking for a greater challenge to fight against. This is pure Worf, at just savage Worf.
It's just savage.
And he gets into one of the best fights in the entire comic series. I'm not kidding. Bro, we got a genuine all-star cast here. I am very happy to hear
The
this.
show comes out next year in 2021. I'm sure Amazon will release more information as we come to as we get closer to the end of the year.
Along with this announcement from Amazon, we have another animated series that's going to be coming out in 2021, and I sort of egged Angel on it a little bit on Messenger because of the shit. There were rumors of a co-production between CBS and Nickelodeon to put together an animated series from the Star Trek universe. And for the longest time, the rumors have been, oh, it's on and off, or it's really happening, or it's not. What some of the greatest, shall I say, clickbait artists on YouTube, have been swearing up and down, oh, it's fake, it's not happening, it's not a real thing, it's not really gonna happen, it's been pushed down in their priorities, they don't care about that. Alex Kurtzman's been fired 500 times in a row. We're resurrecting Gene Roddenberry from the grave of the Lazarus pit. He's gonna save the franchise, and Seth MacFarlane's gonna take over Star Trek.
Bruh, relax.
I think I'm allowed this one. I think I'm allowed this because for all their naysaying and shitting on Star Trek just for clicks and views and shit, I'm glad to hear that not only are they wrong, not only are those rumors of the series actually happening are true, but they're going to be happening in grand fashion. The production team headed by Alex Kurtzman, working on Star Trek, is putting up a brand new series that's more aimed towards a younger kid audience. Nickelodeon, it's called Star Trek Prodigy, and it's going to be coming out in 2021, and the production team behind this show have announced a legacy character returning.
You?
Well, okay, go on. Go ahead. Address the elephant in
The only Starfleet captain to be fueled on rage and coffee alone. A woman who has helmed a beautiful 7-year adventure to the darkest asshole of the galaxy to get back home.
The devil's anus.
Yes, she got her crew and her ship out of the devil's anus that's called the Delta Quadrant back home to Earth. Captain Catherine motherfucking Janeway, Kate Mulgrew, is going to be returning as Catherine Janeway.
You know why this makes me happy?
Why?
This is gonna be a Nickelodeon.
Yes.
This is gonna be for the kids.
Yes.
That means that the writers cannot rely on crude pastiches of Rick and Morty humor to get by. We're gonna get either good writing or no writing at all.
Well, let me put it this way.
We have to now.
Let me put it this way. Nickelodeon is actually coming out later this year in November. They teamed up with Imagine Entertainment to put out this live-action series, like a sci-fi adventure series called Astronauts. It's literally like 5 or 6 kids whose parents are raised for this. We're training for this long-term space program here on Earth. The kids sneak aboard the ship that they were going to take, and it launches them out. So they have to survive and they have to go out on their own.
So Lost in Space.
No, not Lost in Space. It's not that far into the future. It's actually much closer to like early 21st century, as if the kids grew up in this time.
Okay.
So it's much more grounded science,
Cool.
and it's like the kids aren't like super whiz kids. They're
They're just
smart.
kids, man. They're just like 5.
Like they're smart. No, well, not 5. They're like 7 to 13 or whatever. Like they're smart because they're grown up around their family who are scientists and astronauts and military folks, so they know their stuff. But they still are just fucking children, so they're trying to survive. And it's good. It's not like, oh, grimdark, but it's still dramatic.
You always find it funny how a TV made for children usually forces writers to be the best they can, because they can't get away with just crude humor, and they can't get away with just violence. So you have to write.
You have to write.
Fucking write!
Yes, right.
Now, one question. Apart from the return of Kate Mulgrew, which, by the way, yes, has there been any other cast members that have been announced?
Nope, it's a list. I'm looking here, it's just a mist. It's a blank list so far.
So far, it's just Kate Mulgrew returning as Catherine Janeway. Now, we don't know if this is going to be like a canonical thing like after Voyager or before Star Trek Voyager, because when she returned back home at the end of the series, the last time we saw her in any appearance was in the movie Star Trek Nemesis, and she was promoted to an admiral at that point. You probably only see her for like 10 seconds, Angel. She's the one who's arming Captain Picard before they go and
okay, yes, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Cool. So whether they're having her as a captain, or if this is canonical, or if they're having her as an admiral, or whatever, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be more closer aligned to, sort of circling back to Doctor Who. There was a spin-off series called The Sarah Jane Adventures.
Oh, I heard about that one.
It was one of the Doctor's companions, Sarah Jane Smith. Obviously, she's an older woman. She has the iconic little robot dog K9, and she has her son. And they go on their own sort of like alien adventures, and there's a little bit of educational stuff going on at the same time. So it's still wacky wahoo space and time shit going on, but it's not like grimdark, it's not gross, it's not crazy like that, but it's still entertaining. It's still like you're learning shit for the kids, and there's values and stuff. Let me put it this way: this is being co-produced by Nickelodeon. They have had incredible success. All I have to do is point to Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra as big successful.
They're in Netflix now.
Yeah, big successful fucking animated children's geared stories that are dramatic and entertaining and exciting and well written.
That being said, ever since they haven't actually done anything besides run and rerun SpongeBob, so this seems like an attempt to jump back into the spotlight and show that they still got it.
And considering that Nickelodeon and Paramount and CBS all work with Viacom, so it's all in the same banner, it's not going to be that hard for them to do it. Nevertheless, I invite everyone who likes Star Trek, who loves Star Trek, or who's just interested and curious about this. Ignore the bullshit, because like these fucking idiots like Doomcock, they get it wrong. It's okay to like stuff. It's not okay, however, to hate shit without knowing what it is. If you're going to hate something, hate it by knowing what it is.
I'm pretty sure he watches the episodes before he does, trust me.
Do your homework first before you make your judgments.
He did, relax.
There isn't any homework. This shit just got announced. He was hating on it and shitting on it before it was officially announced.
To be fair though, considering how it's been going lately and the dubious reaction to the most recent Star Trek series, I understand where he's coming from, but I would say always give it... You know what the rule is, right? The 3-episode rule.
Yeah.
If by number 3 you don't care for it, fair enough. Hate it as much as you want to. But wait until we get there. But I must re-emphasize, I'm happy this is going to go to the children's channel, because they cannot get away with bullshit this time.
They can't get away with
Either
bullshit.
you write it right, or it's going to be a bad show. It's that simple.
Like, sort of circling back on
You don't
that,
get to escape.
Like, what actually happened earlier this week on CBS All Access was the season finale of the animated series Star Trek Lower Decks, and they only have 10 episodes for the season. And for what it's worth, like fans and like critics and detractors say, like, okay, you know what? This series isn't bad. We thought that it was just going to be bad Kubrick and Morty deconstruction and just for expectation for the sake of it. No, you actually have plot development, you have character development for our 4 heroes who are the lowly ensigns on the goddamn Star Trek ship.
Oh hey, originality, who knew?
And of course the season
Nonsense.
finale. And of course the season finale did give us a nice little fan
Service. That's just fan service. Just call it what it is.
They gave us a nice little syringe in the back of our skulls of the happy brain juices.
Get that serotonin flowing into your ball sack.
With a special guest appearance by Jonathan Frakes, Captain Will Riker, and his...
I guarantee you that they didn't even offer him payment. He was already jumping. Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, he was. And his on-screen wife, Marina Sirtis, who's Counselor Deanna Troi. Their ship, the Titan, going back to Star Trek Nemesis, at the end of that movie, Will Riker finally got promoted to captain, and he has his own ship, and he's gone off into the sunset, and he got married to Counselor Troi.
Continuity!
So yeah, continuity, and they came in with the the gray and black Star Trek uniforms, where the lower deck ones have their own uniform for their ship, which is a little different. So you have that timeline tie-in, and you have this beautiful fun. They came into the rescue. The episode itself was kind of fun and dumb. It had these Star Trek villain aliens who were characterized for being absolutely mentally stupid as fuck. But the way that they played that on the show here was that, oh, you believe that we're stupid as fuck. Wait till you see that we're actually being sneaky as hell and taking over your ship without you realizing it because you're too busy making fun of us.
Whoops.
Take that. Oh, we're destroying your asses. Take that. Oh shit, there's another Enterprise. They don't know the names of these ships. So they just call
ship.
It's an Enterprise. Oh no, it's another Enterprise. So they are kind of stupid. Yeah. But it's played straight. Like, oh shit. So there's Starfleet guys coming to get us. We better run away. It was a fun show. It was a fun episode. And like we were discussing on this, Angel and I, is like they did the comedy correctly. They weren't just shitting on it for its own sake. People thought that Mariner Beckett, who's one of the lead characters, that she's just like a Mary Sue or a wacky Rick and Morty character who subverts everyone.
Who actually gets to face, or like Rick, she actually gets to deal with the consequences of her actions.
Exactly. Like they actually turn the tables on her.
I'll be fair to admit that I was going into this one very cynical because I gotta be honest with you guys, I have grown tired of deconstructions. One I talked about on the band. After a while, it just gets tiresome. The same, it's like remember how that? What was the name of the guy who did the Watchmen?
Alan Moore.
Alan Moore. He did the Watchmen. No, he did the comic book Watchmen.
Oh, Alan Moore.
See, no, the comic book. Here's the reason why Alan Moore's he just no, you're right. He actually made a tweet now, basically saying that superhero is always bad and raised the big stink online. No one cares.
Go on.
Old man yells at cloud. The episode.
All right.
Yeah.
Now here's the deal. Alan Moore made the Watchmen, which is a powerful deconstruction of superhero ideology and shit. But here's the point. That comic book would not be anywhere near as powerful as it is if superheroes didn't exist and had like an 80-year head start on him.
Like, the one thing with that is that when it comes to deconstruction, when it comes to deconstructing a trope or a franchise or a story, you do that not with the purpose of shitting on it and saying, haha, it's funny, like Zack Snyder fucking likes to do. I know that he's a hero of you two dorks. But I'm saying this, like, you don't deconstruct just for its own sake.
You see, he's just a man.
No, what you do is you deconstruct that and you rebuild it in order to reaffirm the superheroism of it. I sent Angel this beautiful essay on, is Superman still relevant?
That video was great, and the answer is yes. Shut the fuck up.
Short answer, yes, he's still relevant.
Long answer, yes.
For 80
But,
minutes.
sorry.
I'm not a fan of Zack Snyder. I just want to say that he lost me after Man of Steel.
I could still find something good in Man of Steel.
Well, no, Man of Steel was great, but then when I saw the Dawn of Justice, that's it. He lost.
Well, hopefully that 4-hour-long code will be able to find us again. But, going back to the previous point is, the reason why Watchmen is so popular is because it took down and it tore down something that had been built over decades and decades of superhero stories. If superheroes had been nowhere near as prevalent, that would just be another gritty and dark visual novel, nothing graphic novel. The point is, things are popular for a reason. And no, just because they're popular doesn't mean it's bad. And ever since that day, every single fucking hack in the industry has been trying to grab to that black spark of success. Everybody wants to make the next Watchmen. Everybody wants to make the next Sandman. Everybody wants to be the subversive, the strength setter, the groundbreaker, the one who hits the nail on the head on the right side. Shut the fuck up. We need genuity. We need sincerity. If somebody doesn't put the love of the actual thing there, then you can feel it. Like when they make those shows, like there's that recent show that we saw the commercial for that Magic Girl Squad. Dude, don't even watch the trailer, because the moment you hear the dialogue and the moment you see the animation, you can tell that every ounce of that show drips with loathing over the source material. Every time the source material is brought in just so you can shit on the source material and make ha ha ha, isn't this so silly pointings, you are not being funny, you are not being clever, you are doing the same thing a million fanfic writers made. That's right, baby. Every time you try to and fail to imitate what made Rick and Morty funny during the first 3 seasons, you are no better than a fanfiction writer. A shitty fanfiction writer at that.
Fun fact, if you want to try and go ahead and subvert the tropes of magical girls, just watch Madoka Magica.
Yeah, look at that. That's properly done. I'm not saying only Japanese do it right, because, come on, they do their own series of garbage too. The point is, sometimes you gotta stick to some beautiful ingenuity. Sometimes, when I sit at the table, I don't want a plate of foie gras with a raw potatoes taken from Scandinavia and ice water taken from the temple of the Buddhist monks where they wash their ballsack.
Also, the
Sometimes,
ice water itself got deconstructed.
exactly.
It got deconstructed. You have a glass of liquid hydrogen and a glass of liquid oxygen.
You must mix the ingredients together to get a proper drink. No.
Actually, no, you have to mix them, and then you're given a car battery that's ripped out from a Slovenian fucking minefield, and you have to use that with a pair of jumper cables that are the size of tweezers, and you have to click it on each side of the glass in order to electrostatically recombine the liquids and make it proper.
Otherwise, you get charged twice.
Let's not lose focus.
Going back to it, the point is, sometimes we want shit to get played straight. The tropes are not inherently bad, they are tools to use them. How well you use them is how it works. Allow me to offer a humble example. Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah.
One of the best goddamn cartoons that come out of this decade.
Yes!
They were not subverting anything, they were not being ironic about anything, they were not making fun of anything. It was just a story of heroes fighting to save the world and their clashing personalities. It was amazing. Allow me to give you another example. With Gendy Tartakovsky's Primal. It's a story about a caveman and a T-Rex surviving in a terrible world where survival is the only thing that matters and it's kill or be killed.
And it's non-verbal shit too.
Not a single bit of spoken dialogue unless you count screaming your head off dialogue. There is no irony or subversion. Sometimes you'll be surprised, but the point is, those tropes, I'm gonna call them tropes because that's what they are important for a reason. They are tools, and how you use them is what counts. You can use every cliche in the book, but as long as you write it well, it can still be a good story. That's why Batman is still popular. That's why Superman is still popular. That's why Spider-Man is in our hearts the underdog hero that tries to be a friendly neighborhood. Because the tropes of the characters are used properly, even if they have been used a million fucking times before.
Yeah. No.
Good writing is what makes a good series, not turning shit around or betraying the audience's expectations or making fun of the things that they love. Especially not that. Don't insult your audience. It's gonna come and bite you in the ass. Trust me, I've seen it before. Oh, by the way, Tite Kubo's new series, Burn the Witch, was a massive success. So we pretty much guarantee the return of Bleach right now. It's a bit of an outdated information, but for the last part of August, it was #1 on Shonen Jump. So hey, good job.
As far as everything else that we discussed, go on.
So to finish what I'm saying, listen, you want to twist things around? Great. You want to subvert expectations? Fantastic. You want a lampshade? By all means, help yourself. But make sure that your writing is strong enough to hold it.
Like, you gotta balance it.
People can see it, man. People have been consuming this media long enough that they can tell when you're doing a harmless parody, when you're doing a fun thing, or when you're just essentially taking a piss in front of the audience. And after a while, it's not gonna work because...
When you're just being lazy.
Exactly, you're just being
writing.
lazy. You're just trying to do what everyone else did and thinking it's going to work.
Give us effort. Give us originality.
Tragedy is easy. Humor, comedy, now that's the hard thing.
It is, and hopefully we'll, when the shows come out, whether it's a new season of Doctor Who, whether it's the new series of Invincible, or the new series of Star Trek Prodigy, and yes, I'll even reference the new project of Tite Kubo. We're all going to be, hold your judgment, we're all going to be satisfied and we're all going to be happy.
Why are you touching my shoulder?
If the writing is
Because
good,
brotherly love.
Why aren't you touching Angel's shoulder?
Because...
Go ahead, I ain't gonna judge.
Did you hit my brother? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, by the way, one more thing. Quick announcement. Real quick.
Because we gotta...
I'm gonna make these real quick here. Release date.
Because I do want to get into video games.
December the 7th will be the premiere of Attack on Titan Season 4.
Oh, wow.
Get ready
for me to return to the world.
Get ready for the crazy
for the next
shit.
8 weeks I'm gonna be dead to everyone.
But that's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4 is spawned. You guys should play.
Yay! Yay!
Alright, my dude. Bring on the video games.
You know what else is fun? Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, shit.
What am I doing? What am I doing? Hang on.
Since the release of Mortal Kombat 11, everyone freaking loves it. If you're a fan of video games, why would you not be a fan of Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why it lands is because the writing is good and because the writers of Mortal Kombat, they just treat the whole thing like exactly what it is. It's a dumb kung fu movie. Play it straight.
Movie. It's a combat movie, yeah. Well, on the video game subject, new DLCs have been announced. So let me go ahead and go through the. Oh, hang on. Watch bring it back to the chapter. Oh my god.
You go ahead and continue with the news.
Yeah, but you're playing that over me, though.
Nope. It's your background music.
Alright, hang on. Just keep it down a little so that I can still be heard. You know?
The fact that they remixed and replayed this for the story announcement was the coolest thing they could have possibly done.
Alright. So this is from Newsweek.com on October 8th. Mortal Kombat 11 reveals new DLCs of Rambo, Melina, and Rain.
Rain. When was the last time we saw Rain do anything? I'm so happy he's here. The last thing that the game did was release a DLC playing a bit of an after story where the main character is Shang Tsung, hilariously.
Oh yeah, no, and Shang Tsung was played again by the actor
They
from
got
the
their
movie.
dude.
Yeah, I love it.
You just know this dude is like, oh no, yeah, this is the thing that gives me like, this gives me the likes. I'm grabbing this, and you can tell the man loved doing that role.
He was
Like there is some, you can feel the heart that he puts when he reads that script.
Oh yeah, the facial, the way he expresses every line.
Yeah, no, I saw the story, and let me tell you, Shang Tsung is the... Okay, here's the deal. Shang Tsung is a smug motherfucker. Nobody trusts him, but he knows nobody trusts him. So he spends the entire story being just a dick. It's great.
Alright, and what everyone is calling Mortal Kombat Ultimate, this latest version of the 2019 fighting game will come with the base game, both Combat Pack 1 and 2, as well as the Aftermath story expansion. This version of Mortal Kombat 11 will release on November 17th. Combat Pack 2, featuring Rambo, Melina, and Rain, will be sold separately.
I kid you not, fucking Rambo, John Rambo.
To be fair though, we already have RoboCop and the Terminator. So at this point, and the Predator. So at this point,
also Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. So
yes. So at this point, I love the description someone gave it on Twitter. Mortal Kombat 11 is like Smash Bros, but your dad gets to pick the characters. You know what? My dad had good take. If my dad was through, John Wick would be there right now. Oh, and Spawn. Sorry, I forgot to mention Spawn.
And Spawn, yes.
NetherRealm Studios has also announced next-gen updates for Mortal Kombat 11 starting November 17th. Players who purchase Mortal Kombat 11 will be able to get a PS5 or Xbox Series X version. The upgrade will bring visual enhancements, 4K dynamic resolutions, significantly reduced loading time, and cross-play and cross-generation.
Now, on one hand, I understand. Now, you guys know that I have a really, like, piss and vinegar relationship with DLC. However, considering that a few years ago, the only way to get new characters would be to buy the whole game all over again, Street Fighter, I'm looking at you, I can live with this. I like this idea of, hey, here's the base game, plenty of content, we're gonna be adding more content, and if you want to, you can play it. Also, fun fact, this actually resulted in some shenanigans in Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Master Roshi has been released for Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Now, here's the deal. Sometimes you can play, but you may not have the DLC. So how do you get to play the new characters when you don't have the DLC?
How?
You play another player has the DLC, and you play as Captain Ginyu.
Oh!
A lot of players did that to basically test out the characters earlier and see how they move before they were released. Because his level 3 is stab myself, change now, and yes, you get to control the character, and their full moveset is available to you. Pretty clever. Also, this game officially now has more Goku than it should be possible. We have Super Saiyan Goku, Blue Goku, Small Goku from GT, who turns into Goku Black, White Goku from Super Ultra Goku Blanco, Gogeta, and Vegito. There was Goku there. Dragon Ball Goku. No, I already mentioned those Goku. So we have.
You said GT. There's two different Gokus. There's young Goku and Goku from GT, who's in the blue key.
That's the one we get. We get normal Goku we get normal Goku that does Kaioken. So we have 8 Gokus in this entire goddamn mess. We have reached Shan Shamil overload. I swear to God, the dude probably got a bigger paycheck for this game than everybody else combined.
Like, I get to live probably the rest of my life just sitting on this. Oh, what's that? You got another version of the most well-known character that I've ever voiced?
Boy, I sure can't wait to voice him again.
Oh boy, I guess I better go do it.
You know what, folks? I gotta say this. Despite the harshness of the pandemic, it's good that we're still getting the good things that we enjoy in life. Yeah, with entertainment such as new series coming out, with video games coming up with new DLC packages, and hopefully, I want to hope, because if I don't hope, then I might as well friggin' just go jump off a cliff.
All we can do sometimes is remain positively optimistic, because shit is going pretty bad.
Hang on, I'm reaching a point here.
Sorry, my bad.
It's okay. I want to hope that we do get some sort of change with this whole pandemic, where it'll be free for us to finally go outside of our lockdown hole and do the things that we want to do, what we're passionate about, what nerds want to do. Nerds want to travel. Nerds want to go to cons. There are nerds that want to go to Japan. Angel, do you want to go to Japan?
I will certainly enjoy visiting Japan, but I'm fine without cons, though. I'm perfectly fine without
What
cons.
do you want? I want to go to Japan. I would like to see Japan one time in my lifetime. I know that our vlogger, Dragon Fang, she's gone to Japan and she won't ever let anyone forget that. We love you for that, but goddamn you, how dare you?
Stop making everybody jelly and peanut butter sandwiches, you shit.
Well, guess what, folks? Out of all the reasons that we can think of to go to Japan, we now have another reason to stack on a list of reasons.
Oh, you're all dead now. I just sneezed. You're fucked.
Bless you, stop it.
That's it. My Cuban germs are infecting you right now.
Goddamn. Alright, well, hopefully I can get through this before the germs get me. On an article from JapanToday.com on October 8th, Super Mario to make a theme park debut in Japan for next year for 2021. Yeah, real-life Super Mario game for players just like boys that Mario Kart Ride will open next spring at Universal Studios Japan as gaming giant Nintendo makes its first foray into the
Nice.
Super Nintendo World has been officially announced and is underway for being developed at Universal Studios Japan.
Admittedly, I'm a little confused that they will start. Maybe there is actually. Okay. So normally opening a theme park now, even after the other countries are doing easier with the corona, might not be a good idea. But on the other hand, with less people, that means more time to do construction. Are they using this as an advantage, basically?
More to the point, in Japan, you've got a lot better chance of nothing bad happening, Rona-related.
Godzilla!
Because everybody over there is already practicing social distancing.
Good point. They do that all the time, even in real life.
Yeah.
Their population is dwindling to shit. They can't even form relationships anymore. They are turning into fucking insects. Dude, they're making giant robots at this point. You can say whatever you want. They live outside of the box. They don't even know.
But the point is that if the Rona is the issue, it's not that much of an issue when it comes to that over in Japan. However, with the development of Super Nintendo World happening over there, it's a lot easier for them to be able to head it up at the direction of Nintendo. Their main headquarters is over in Japan. They have all the resources and the infrastructure already there, so you don't have to do a lot of delegation or localization efforts as you might have to do if it was headed here.
Still waiting for that YouTube channel that is supposed to replace what's it called? Kiss Anime? No.
For kids?
No, the
Kiss Anime.
the sobbing. No, that was still around.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
No, that's the one that went away. No, I'm still waiting for that YouTube channel that is supposed to replace Kiss Anime. Japan, get to it. Come on.
Alright, well, getting back on the subject, this amusement park in Osaka, Japan was actually originally planned to open in July this year ahead of the Tokyo Summer Olympic Games. But COVID happened.
But then everyone started to die.
So the opening is delayed for next year, with the long-awaited Super Nintendo World Cup, which also features a ride based on the beloved green dinosaur Yoshi, will now open in spring 2021.
The Yoshi roller coaster!
Yes, it will offer interactive attractions where guests can jump and hit blocks to collect coins and items. The park said, without elaborating on how this would work. Yep.
Oh my god! Dude, we were just playing Super Mario Bros. Wii on our stream of
When we go to the park, you just give us suits that make us bounce off each other to simulate the true 3D Mario experience.
The Radiant Flock will finally die once and for all the way we were born by killing each other in Mario games. This time, for real.
It will be the only stream we do that gets more than 3 views.
Exactly.
It gets 5.
If all goes to plan, the park's new area will still open before the Olympic Games, which were also postponed due to the pandemic until July 2021.
So we got until July.
We got plenty of time. Let's save our pennies, man. We can still go to Japan.
Hell yeah!
Take me to Akihabara. I want to lose all my money on cheap shit that I probably won't use.
Maybe Dragon Fang, she can point us to the direction how to get there.
Nah, she's just gonna toss our ass in the hot spring and we'll never want to leave.
She's gonna throw us in the cargo hold the airplane. We're gonna be in there for like 23 hours.
Oh, please.
Freezing
That ain't
in the
shit.
fucking cargo hold.
Bro, it's fine. It's cold in there. gets colder in here.
It's okay. Angel has previous experience. If you can handle being stuck in a luggage bag during a MegaCon weekend while eating shit,
I'll live.
See, you know what the problem is? He was about to forgive you for that, and he'd almost forgotten about it, and then you bring this shit up again. You get a pile of garbage, and you got another pile of garbage, you put those two people inside a fucking luggage bags, and then you leave them behind while you go off like a man whore.
you could say that our friendship is based on absolute shit.
You little shit. But it's okay. For you see, I have achieved enlightenment when it comes to that. It's called karma. It comes around, bro. I've seen it enough times that I know it's gonna happen. Sleeping one eye open, little bitch.
This jokester, you get that man, Angel. This is why we're friends.
Yes, we are.
Kill you in your sleep.
Friends. You're not friends. You're a liquid asset. So anyway, speaking of, little hint on this one.
Go ahead.
Crash Bandicoot 4. But now that we're talking about video games.
That's
First
the
off,
greatest thing ever. And
it's apparently, based on the reports we've seen, genuinely harder than the original game. As you know, in the original Crash Bandicoot games, you have to collect crystals. And if you break all the boxes, you collect gems. And if you go to certain secrets, you can find color gems, which, well, they only serve for the purpose of giving you a higher ranking. The total ranking of the game is 106%. So in this game, you only collect gems, only gems, but every level has 6 gems. Finish it on time, kill all the enemies, collect a certain amount of food.
Right.
Easy enough. Right. The last 3, however, are the big bullshit pile, because if you collect all the gems, you get skins, and there's a lot of skins in the game, and they make the characters look all goofy and shit. Here's the last 3 skins, bro. Break every single box.
oh no.
Every single box. Find a hidden gem somewhere in the level. No hints. And the last one, and this is the one that fucks with you, die less than 3 times.
Oh no.
In a fucking Crash Bandicoot game.
Oh no.
Die less than 3 times per level. But wait, there's more.
That's the way I burn through caffeine.
There's more. The game has a hidden relic called the Insanity Relic. Beat the level in one go while breaking all the boxes and not dying even once.
Ooh, that's like European extreme.
Yeah, the game doesn't even mark them until you buy them, and they serve no purpose beyond just being there for bragging rights. I guarantee you somebody's gonna rage over them. Aside from that, the game is fun. The game looks fantastic. The game plays beautifully. They are using the new technology of the PS4 to really play with that whole stretch and squat shit. Crash feels like a fucking cartoon. It's great. Also, Richard Howitz is in this game.
Awesome. Great.
So yeah, overall, pretty fun, highly recommended. Even if you don't like platformers, give it a shot. It's genuine, and it feels kind of sad that only at the end of the PS4 era do we get our mascot back. But who knows? Oh yes, that reminds me, thank you for telling me. The PS5 released information. I forgot to mention this.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead.
Yes, 2 updates. First off, the Xbox revealed a bunch of info that put them ahead of the race, and then PS5 did 2 things. They showed a video showing you how to disassemble the entire thing and showed every single mechanical component. Second, of the PS4's entire library, only 10 games cannot be played on the PS5. And all of them are little known, or they basically sold for nothing.
Okay, the games haven't been identified.
Yeah, so that means that you have 99% of the entire PS4 library available for you on PS5, and many of them get upscaling to 60 FPS. So hey, there you go, you got something good. Not that I know, because I'm going PC Master Race, motherfucker.
See, this get him. See, this is why. Hang on a minute. I gotta say this. This is why I am all heads in. All in with the Sony with Sony right now, because as far as the video game race goes, right now they are at the top of the mountain. They're keeping their fans. They're keeping all of the fans informed with They're keeping all fans informed with the updates that benefits the gamers. There have been no official updates with the new Xbox console. I mean.
Oh, by the way, the PlayStation 5 is roughly the size of that monitor.
Yeah, no, it's gigantic.
Most of it is made of a cooling system to keep the machine from exploding on you. But yeah, no. The Xbox is about this size. The PS5 is about the size of my penis. So anyway.
Mr. Egocentric here.
I'm just telling the truth, man. I'm not gonna exaggerate for the sake of making myself look
You got a little fog in those glasses, April?
Not at all. Like I said, I don't exaggerate. I merely speak facts. You see that? That speaks facts, like I do.
I gotta hand it to you, you must invest in some seriously good quality vacuum packing, because if it's as big as it is, I'm surprised you managed to keep it in your pants.
Force space. I folded it in with 0 shift.
It
unfolds like that.
This the will of Metatron?
Yeah, like zip, unfolding reactor cannon. Rings revolving. Now anchoring to the ground, ready to fire. We fuck around, but we love you.
We were talking about Angel and I were talking about the construction of the PS5. Like, so what? It's not like a freaking ventilation system that's like on par with PCs.
Look at those guys. Look at those skins. Don't you want to get those gems just for that?
Good shower.
Yes.
This one that makes it makes Crash Bandicoot look like Nigel Buckingham Yorkshire.
The name of the skin is called. The actual name of the skin is called Crash Dappercoot. It's fun. It's the funny things.
Angel, I know that you said that you're going to be switching over to PC gaming, but you have to admit, between Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony is once again trailing at the top of the mountain.
It feels like, Xbox pulled up really close with that whole I'm gonna buy Bethesda thing, but overall, I still feel like PS5 is pulling ahead, and honestly, if only for the exclusives, I might get a PS5 later, but I'm gonna wait. Because we know how this industry works, and we know consoles on release usually come with... Yeah, no, they come with some fucking problems. So I'm gonna cancel these consoles. Hashtag PS5 lives don't matter. But anyway, point in case is, honestly, I will...
PS5 has issues.
Oh, so no, here's the thing though. The why PS5 doesn't have issues. The black version never gets those complaints. No, it has the same problems, but nobody wants to say anything.
Best profile stuff.
PS5ing and profiling. Oh please, we're in Florida. What? We live in Florida. What's the worst they could do to us down there? Like, you know what it would be? It would be the same thing, but you stub your toe every morning when you wake up.
No!
That's it.
I just cured like my ingrown
No,
toenails.
forever bunions. That's you.
No!
But anyways, point in case is, I'll get a PC now. I already had them all already. I'm already saving the money. And then later down the line, I'll get a PS5 for the exclusives. Because Nintendo is cool, but my little brother will probably make more use of the Switch. And Xbox has done nothing but disappoint me for the last few years. So we'll see how that goes.
Indeed. But until then, I guess that we've already reached the end of the episode of Raven's Flock. I do want to point out, since we're not going to have an episode for anytime soon, that the latest edition of the Black Files is available on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher, and Spotify, and YouTube, detailing the relationship between Turner Media and professional wrestling from the 90s all the way to present day.
Yep, we were discussing the history of WCW being formed for the sake of fulfilling Ted Turner's boyhood fantasy, all the way to its dissolution in 2001. Thank you, Vince Russo. Yes, I am going to singularly blame that one guy because he makes New Yorkers look bad.
F that guy in particular. To be fair though, it doesn't take much to make New Yorkers look bad. In your clam chowder grammar. Once again, people in suits not knowing what to do with the product they're given. How many times are we going to tell that story, huh?
Yeah, but every time it takes. And then, of course, the relationship between Turner Media and All Elite Wrestling at the time.
Yep, and of course we have our friend, it's Sarah Only, joining in with us. She was giving a little bit of her insight. We were giving her a history lesson, along with Angel giving him a history lesson, aside from the horrible Botchamania videos that I would send Angel.
Are you kidding me? Those are great!
No, I mean, objectively, the horrible things that happen in it. Yeah, it's fun, and it's filled with botches and filled with beautiful, joyful pain.
Comedy.
But still, we encourage you to listen in on our podcast or be watching here on our YouTube channel. But I guess we're done for this week, right?
We're pretty much done for this week, so Juancho, like you've done many times, plug us away.
Thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell or the follow button over here and share this with all your friends. Comment on us. Share it everywhere on your social media platforms. Tell us what you think about what we talked about tonight. I noticed that nobody was out. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you people. I don't know why you ain't listening to us, but you better be checking us out. You better be listening in and giving us what your opinions are on these articles and these happenings in the world of geek fandoms and shit. And of course, we invite you to continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, all of the Wednesday Night War every Thursday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern. Listen to our uncensored interview and review podcast, The Black Files, on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Check out our Teespring store, teespring.com/store/the-ravens-flock. Use our promo code FSHIP2020 for free shipping on all your purchases. And of course, follow us and subscribe to us on twitch.tv/TheRavensFlockOnline and youtube.com/TheRavensFlock. Home of The Black Files. Los Amigos play live every Saturday afternoon from 5:30 to 7 Eastern Time, and The Ravens Flock live every Saturday evening from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been the October 10th edition. We are The Ravens Flock, and we are